Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be discussing 5 players that should not be in the Springbok squad. 5 players that no longer have a place in the Springbok squad. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive straight into it. Number 1, we have Damien de Allende. To be honest, after 2015, after the World Cup, Damien de Allende should have been dropped. Actually, more so specifically after 2016. Because Damien de Allende stopped doing anything with the ball, period. He would get the ball and then he would do this sort of like tuck and twirl. He twirls, he tucks and rolls into, I don't know, when he goes into contact. He just tucks and rolls, he goes into contact, head first, without even doing a run. He never passes. Damien de Allende never passes the ball. As a number 12, you should be drawing in your defenders. Now, there's one thing that he does sort of well, sort of like an upside to him. He goes into contact and he does able to run with a couple of defenders. But the way the Springboks attack is so weak, and we're not rotating the ball fast enough, it sort of becomes pointless. Because as a number 12, you should hit the defensive line, go into contact, and then immediately recycle the ball. Because number 12 is already drawn into the defenders. Now number 9 has to quickly recycle and play the ball again out wide. So the only positive thing about Damien de Allende is his ability to go into contact, and he does carry those defenders. But aside from that, he no longer does anything with the ball, let alone passing. This thing of his way, he just gets the ball and then he tucks and then he just goes down. Nah, Damien, you're out. Number 2, we have Frans Steyn. Now, I never thought I would say this, but I was so excited when Frans Steyn made his return back to the Springboks after so long. But I don't know what's the deal with Frans Steyn, because he's no longer doing what we've known him to do very well, and that's slotting in those long range 90 meters drop goal kicks. I know I said 90 meters, I'm being hypothetical, but that's what makes Frans Steyn so special. He can kick. He has a very, very long boot. He can kick. We haven't seen Frans Steyn kick or do anything at all. Part of which is not his fault, because he hasn't been getting much game time either, thanks to the coaches. He's constantly on the bench, and he's been given like 5 minutes, like the last 5 minutes of game time. So, but even aside from that, every time he enters the field, every time he goes onto the field, I don't see him doing anything. I don't see him doing line breaks. I don't see him. I just see him passing. I don't see him making going into contact. I don't see him doing anything anymore. He doesn't even take up the goal kicking duties. He's not even kicking close range drop kicks. So Frans Steyn, I'm sorry man, but you're out. Next up at number 3, we have Bongi Mbonambi. Now let's be honest, that hooker Bongi Mbonambi. The only reason why he made it to the Springboks in the first place was because of the quota protocol. Otherwise, he would have never been selected into the Springbok squad. We know it, he knows it too. At the very least, he was able to adapt himself into the Springbok squad. Now he's playing sort of somewhat good enough. But right now, we can't afford good enough. I don't think at test level you can afford to be good enough. You have to be adequate. You have to be exceptional. I'm not saying you have to be super exceptional, but you have to be an obvious pick. And Bongi Mbonambi is not an obvious pick for a test level player. He does not qualify. Now yes, he has, like I said before, he has kind of adapted himself in the Springbok squad, but that's not on. That's not the right thing to do. There's another option we have at hooker, and that's Akafanamava. But you know, because of quotas, he's not selected, and we have to stop this whole quotas nonsense. I'm against it. We're holding back players that are competent for players that are incompetent. So, Bongi Mbonambi, I'm sorry, you're out. Next up we have Elton Jantjies. Now, this was kind of this is not easy for me to say, because Elton Jantjies was wrongfully overlooked by Heineken Meyer from 2012 all the way up to not being selected for the 2015 Rugby World Cup. Now, don't get me wrong, I am glad he had his closure at being selected for the 2019 Rugby World Cup and winning it. This was kind of like an awkward pick for me, because this was an awkward nomination for me, because in 2016 Elton Jantjies was on fire and he got the Springbok call-up once again, and then something happened. Something terribly strange happened to him. He lost his mojo. I don't know what happened. It's almost like he took off the Lions jersey, of which he was on form, he was on fire. He put on the Springbok jersey in 2016, and then he totally changed. He totally lost his wits. He's playing anxiously. He's playing according to what the coaches tell him, which is, of course, that's a good thing. But it's not gelling. It's not clicking. He's out there in the field panicking. He's trying to stick to the game plan, but the situation in front of him, the pressure is just too much, and he can't cope. It's obvious. He's even missing clothes in 2017, 2018, all up to now. He's been missing very crucial kicks, up to the point where we had to say, you know what, Jantjies, sorry, dude. I mean, I don't know what happened to him. Because with the Lions, he was on form. He was playing spectacular rugby. He was playing with that confidence. He was kicking those cross kicks, and they were clicking on point. And then he put on the Springbok jersey for the first time in a long time, in 2016. He completely lost himself. So, with that being said, I'm sorry, Jantjies, but you're out. And last and certainly not least, Jesse Kriel. To be honest, the guy had a one-season wonder. he had a one lucky season, just like Damien de Allende. His first season was very good. Soon after that, I don't know what happened. You know, let's be honest. Jesse Kriel is not an outside center. He's not a 13. Jesse Kriel is a winger at best. Here's why I say this. Jesse Kriel doesn't kick at all. He doesn't pass at all. He doesn't step. He doesn't sidestep. He doesn't create space for his winger, of which is something that an outside 13 should do. He doesn't create space for his winger. All Jesse Kriel does is run forward. And I really do mean forward. Just forward. He just runs straight. That's all he does. He just runs a straight line. As if he's in a 100 meter track and field pitch. He just runs straight. That's all he does. Gets the ball and he just runs straight. He doesn't pass. There's no surprise element. He has no skill. He has no wits about him. He plays like an amateur. Now his physique, you look at his physique, you would think that this guy has some sense of skill, some sort of gravitas, but no. Jesse Kriel does absolutely nothing with the ball. Jan Fontaine was a better option. At least Jan Fontaine did something with the ball. He would run into space, he would offload, he would pass. Jesse Kriel's defense is also poor. Remember that last minute try by Japan where he shot out and he missed a tackle, and then that created space for them to finish. So he's poor at defense, he's poor at attack. Anyone can do what Jesse Kriel does. Just get the ball and just run straight forward. Not good enough at test level. Not good enough. Jesse Kriel is an Absa Carry Cup player at best, and he has no place within the Springboks, and therefore he's out. I feel like I'm missing a nominee amongst the forwards, but let me know what your thoughts are, and please comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think, and thanks for listening. Cheers.